Alrighty. I am live. I'm live. I actually shaved this time. Crazy. I've been going. I haven't shaved in a minute, but I at least look better now. I do gotta cut my hair because this is getting pretty long on the sides. It's bad. Hold up. You might see it better if I do it. Oh, God. Yeah, it's just long. I want to shave the sides. I think I might keep growing out the top of my hair, but we will fucking see. I'm not sure if that's what I want to do, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I was gonna order another monitor. Again, I still don't know if, I don't care what the monitor is, I just need two. But also, I feel like a vertical monitor would be kind of nice right now. Like having it over here, a little vertical one, and then having my camera over here. I also do need to save some money because I want to get one of these stands, but for my camera, so then that way, it's not on this Gorilla Pod thing. For real? Motherfucking. Stop driving loud ass trucks outside my house. I swear. Okay. Yeah, I just need to X out of a couple things, and we can get started. My phone is never charged ahead of time. I gotta start doing that. Sounds good. Okay. Wow, that transitioned fast. What the wait, hold up. Why that transition so fast? Whatever. I think so. I have 3 ideas in terms of modeling that I want to do for Cyberpunk, which is either model some weapons, create a low poly city, or do some cars. Even though I do have some cars already made, I need more to fill up some of the scenes. But I feel like weapons would be kind of fun because I haven't really done concept-based weapon modeling in a while. But the low poly city would also be easier because I really wanted one for really wide helicopter based shots or something. Nothing crazy, or if because I don't know if anybody's ever played the Cyberpunk game. There's the Badlands, or if at least watched the show, you might know. I don't think they mention what the name of it's called though, but it's the desert area, and then in the distance you can see the city. I was thinking for something like that I would want some low poly background stuff. But I also want to practice some Toon shading, because why not, Maybe try to create a nice picture or something, not even really an animation, we could just render out a picture. And I'm not aware of what order I want to do this in, but I feel like the Toon shading thing would be nice because it's 9 in the morning and I kind of want to warm up with some Toon shading, I guess. We'll probably do that. Ooh, actually, before we start, I think I did this on stream where I went over Christmas gifts that I was getting my family. 2 of them came in. So there in this box, there's a bunch of fishing equipment and knives and there's an axe multi-tool thing. It's weird as fuck. This is for my brother, and this is also for my brother as more of a joke gift, and I hope he's not. I don't think he watches my streams, but I bought him this because he likes fishing, and I thought it was funny because he's my age, so this is perfect for him. Especially if he gets drunk at his house, you can just play with the fishes. And if anything, this can get re-gifted to my sister's kid. So, though I don't think the kid's old enough for this. Either way, that's funny. But those are the only 2 things that came in. My sister's actual gifts should be coming in today, actually, or tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow, actually, not today. That's fine. Anyways, we could do maybe some like Toon shaded thing. Not sure what it could look like or what it should be. Unless we model a gun and then Toon shade it, even though that would just put extra steps on me for having to texture the everything else. I'm not sure if that's what I want to do. I don't know. We'll just do some Toon shaded stuff. Don't know what I want to make Toon shaded. But I guess we could try something. What would be a cool scene? Let's set some stuff up. Maybe do like one of those product placement things, if anybody's ever seen those, where it's just like they just kind of put these on these like weird backboard things for photo shoots for products. This is like the thing that people use. And then we could just kind of create a object. So what could we model? I'm gonna look around my room, get inspiration from here. AC, no. Audio foam, maybe. Hit my PC, bad. Maybe a camera? I could. We could do like one of my old Panasonic cameras from when I was a baby. Or Polaroid, because I do have one up there. Like, model something basic like this. Actually, I wonder if it would be cool to photo scan it and then put it into Blender to Toon shade after the fact. I don't know what would be more fun. I'll keep that over here for now. Or we could just wing it and do something crazy. I think maybe a camera is a good option though. We'll just do like a kind of cutesy basic camera thing. I think that'll be fun. Why not? Let's get a cylinder. Turn on cavity and I feel like there has to be something that makes this way easier. They have outline, but do they have anything else? X-ray? No. Nope. World? Ooh. That looks kind of better to view. Alright, let's separate these and this so we don't have to do that. I'm also going to delete this because we don't need it yet. And let's get some buttons on top, like the main press me button. What else is on a camera? Maybe like a flip. A flip screen type thing. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da. For Toon shaded models, you gotta make sure your fucking bevels and everything are on point, because if not, the fucking shadows will look like absolute dog shit, and that is not okay. Never okay. I don't even know what these are. Are these flashes? What would be on it? Do I have an old camera like this? I do. This was like the fucking one I used to use all the time. Does this still work? Actually, I should check if there's an SD card in here. Alright, the battery. I don't even think fits in here anymore. It doesn't even like... That seems bad. I think this might be broken. This is the idea. Kinda. Definitely different though than what I'm making, but we could probably go off of this. At least for the lens portion. I'm gonna put that over here. Fucking thing, Jesus. Alright. It is inset a little bit. Usually only notice them going to like 3 levels of zoom. Like each one is like almost their own level of zoom. I feel like they really only have the one, if I'm thinking about it. I killed it. I kind of have like a box around this, but I feel like it would just be easier to just make it like a circle lens type of thing. I don't know. Like I feel like that's just easier and more Toon like. See, I could just bevel the edges, but I don't want to bevel. For some reason, inserting a face is just easier right now. A little weird. I think it'll be fine though. I still don't know what these are. I just feel like they need to be there. Bubbly edges, maybe. Could do something like this. Round it out. Should I round the edges though is my question. Like these edges specifically. I feel like it makes sense to, but I'm also kind of stupid, so like maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, I guess we could do that. And then bevel these about the same way. So that way it looks like it could fit. Alright. And then no. Alright, let's just take off the bevel for a sec. I need to inset a face for the actual LCD screen. LED screen? LCD? What do cameras use now? Is it even like LCD screens anymore? Wait, can you select multiple of these? Oh my god, you can. What the fuck? That's weird. Didn't know that. Right now, bevel. Sick. What else on a camera makes sense to add? Probably, well, I was gonna say the buttons on the back, but we have like a big ass touchscreen on the back of it, so it doesn't really make sense. Maybe like one of the viewfinders, but we could put it on the top, model it up here or something. I think that would work. So let's get like something about yay big. Push this up, scale it this way. Maybe even push it. When you push this up, probably scale it back a little bit. And I'm gonna push that back because we don't need, it doesn't need to be huge. Yeah, something like that. And we can just model basic pop out right there. It's a little wide. Separate those so that way I can bevel this easier. Definitely needs to be beveled. So I think match the rest of this camera. Maybe this too. Kind of makes sense. And then just maybe insert some faces in there to fix some of the That looks so weird though. And I don't know why. I know it's mainly the bevel that I'm fucking up on, but we could just add a bevel modifier. To 5. Just round that out. That should be fine. Yeah, it works the same way. It's just less of a rounded edge than the rest of it, but I think it looks fine like this. I also want to add a bevel to this too. What is with the edge right here? Maybe I could just negate that with its own thing. Yeah. That's about that. What else would you add on a camera? I feel like there should be more, but I'm also like, I'm fine with this not having a crazy amount of detail, considering that it's going to be Toon shaded. Let's cut a little space maybe for the what would you call it, the SD card slot, or like the extra things, extra buttons and shit. Probably bevel a slit in there for extra detail. Nothing that I think you would see though. And we could do the same here. Yeah, something like that. We don't really need one on the bottom, I would think. And if we were gonna make this like cyberpunky or like more techy, I would probably add more of these like creases and stuff. It's like almost unnecessary though, just considering what we're doing. I feel like there needs to be something here. Maybe we could do I was gonna do a knife cut because I think it might be better. Yeah, we'll do a knife cut. And we'll just do like another bevel thing the same way we did last with the last thing. This could just be me, but I always try to keep the aliasing when I use the knife tool to basically not exist, and that's how I assume that there are straight lines or not. It's like weirdly how I do that. Do that. Push it in. bevel modifier should help do a lot of those issues. Now, oh, this doesn't have it. I was gonna say a lot of cameras have like that like switch at the top for like turning it on and off than just having a button. It's usually like a weird thing over here, and I don't know if I want to add it or if it's just unnecessary. Like it would just be like a little thing like that if I were to make it. I could also like just place a, oops. And it's unnecessary. I feel like for a Toon shaded model, this is fine. And everything is separated, right? So I don't have to worry about doing weird things with the shading. Alright. We can start shading our little camera. I'm not going to name any of the materials unless I get confused later on, then I will, but I feel like we'll be fine. Off the rip. Shader to RGB, color ramp, constant. Big things. We don't want any of these. I might want bloom, but we're gonna see later on. That needs to be up, and then we need to turn that off. All right. Bit. I think I should also do most of the lighting or shading inside of. I'm forgetting names as I'm doing this. Imagine trying to multitask as an editor. Crazy. I like to do the shading sometimes in actual render side of things, because sometimes it's really hard to tell like what it's gonna look like in the basic shading tab. Now the color, the thing with what's it called, Toon shading, at least in this way, the color of your lights do not matter. It is all about intensity. 100%. Like almost nothing else matters. There's some intersecting shadows. See, I'm not used to 3-point lighting like this. I'm not like one of those product render people. I don't really do that type of thing. So it's usually not my skill set to light models like this. I might have to take out some lights, but that's fine. Let me take out that front, or actually the side one. We'll do that for now, and then we'll just kind of play around with this, see what's up. Alright, let's get our basic tones down. I think maybe like 3-toned, or maybe just 2-toned. Like, I don't even think I want shadows, like dark shadows for it. So I think like a gray and a highlight. I think that'll save most of this. So yeah, we'll start with that for a base at the moment, and then we'll have to kind of keep going at it. Some of these things are basically going to be the same material, though they're going to have slightly different colors to it. this, and the only reason why I was thinking about having bloom was that these were going to be actually bright. Actually taking some photos with that. Which looks a little stupid, but I think it looks fine for now. Let's give this the same material. I'm gonna make a new one. I guess I'll start naming these. Oh, shit. You know what? I realize this is gonna be definitely annoying to have to texture the button after the fact. We'll just do this for now. Alright, I don't care about that bottom half. Let's grab the original material. I want to assign that to this. Then that way the button is completely different, right? So then that way the button could be like a red color. Same as this, but it would be darker. Should feel a little bit more metallic, or I mean plasticky, definitely. Probably like a slightly high roughness for that. This should be pretty metallic. So usually if you just adjust these, this will affect your models to a degree. You can see that some of the highlights are actually sharpening up as if they were metallic. So it's still good to play around with these instead of just using a straight diffuse node, which some people would just use this, and then you really only have the adjustments of playing with the roughness values, which doesn't seem to change much. So I still like using these, but it's me. Let's get this a color. I think doing like maybe like a yellow camera would be kind of nice. This needs to be completely different, but we can change these colors as we go. We'll do something like that, have it be like this, and then maybe even have really bright highlights edge lighting most of this. So that's like 5, or we'll do 2. This needs to be like an actual yellow. Maybe shadowing it like that. I don't know. Nice thing about Toon shading, you can really just go with gut instinct a lot of the time, which I do like. The lighting needs to change pretty hardcore. That I do know. This one, let's actually just toss it through a hue saturation node because I want it to be darker than the rest of it, as the viewfinder would be. And then this middle thing is straight up just gonna be black. How similar? It's a little bit more metallic than I think the rest of it. So So we can probably toss this on. Make it more metallic than the rest. It's very bright. And then I want to... We'll do this for now. There's nothing for it to reflect off of though, so we would need like maybe something for... Let's use this. So that's one for now. And then I don't know if this... Alright, so I've done this before with in terms of just rendering, but I wonder how it works with reflections and stuff, because I want this to mainly affect the reflection of the glass here. So we're gonna see. I don't think is camera ray is gonna work here. Is reflection ray? Maybe we could do it that way, because yeah, it doesn't work the same way. So if we did is reflection, maybe we switch. Okay, that's still affecting everything. It's not so much affecting the other thing. Transmission, singular, glossy, maybe glossy. Transparent, glossy, ray, reflection ray. Yeah. Is diffusion. Well, that kind of works. I just don't know what it's doing. No, it's affecting the rest of it, so it's not even... It's not worth. It's not worth. Alright. We'll delete this for now. I have to figure out like a decent HDRI for this, because this will affect your shadows pretty heavily, and then you have to start adjusting stuff after the fact, and it's not fun. Alright, let's do... something with the screen. I'm gonna toss in a noise texture at the moment in the emission pass. That way there's like something on there, but we'll replace it with like an image texture or something. Nothing crazy. So that'll get replaced with an image. I think now we could probably start playing around with where the lights go. And I might play around with just one light at the moment, which I always use suns because they're just easy to work with. Overall light kind of deal, which I like. Makes my life a little bit easier. Then you can maybe even duplicate it to get other parts. And maybe we could even add multiple tones here. Crush these shadows more. Maybe get rid of that. Now this is when guesswork starts to play. See, I'm not really a big fan of toon shading. I try to do it sometimes, but it is always weird. What else could I do? I could adjust the normals. Normals will split up that gradient look that you get with these pretty well. And I usually just use a noise texture. So if you do this, it'll actually fuck around with how these things are bounced. And if you set it to like a low number of like 0.1, you can see that it really messes around with the gradient. And this could technically make it look less toon shaded, but also adds way more detail to it. So I don't know. That's on you. That's too high. So we're gonna probably keep that at 0.1, and I might even reuse this as the roughness map. Oh, it's a little different and varied. That could be messing with it too much. And I definitely want to bring this in for here. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's put an actual camera in. The only thing I know about toon shaded models is like if you place your lights right, you can usually get a good look. You gotta be like mad specific with how you set up lights and do that whole thing, which is like kind of not fun, at least for me, because it's not something that I like doing. Replace one of the lights there. Jesus Christ. I kind of like that. I don't know why. It's kind of cute. Kinda. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but it is cute. And this, folks, is why I do not do Toon shaded models. The exact reason, because I suck at them. Right, and I can't turn off. Could give it one of the. Could give it the Toon shading too. The only way I could fix this is by widening this out somehow. That's how you fix that shadow. And then, for added effect, let's just add freestyle, which was something that I talked about before. Now it has outlines. Yeah, it's cool. It's very basic, though. You definitely notice the creases because of the freestyle. Yo, what's up, Martis? Martis. How's it going? It's going good. I'm practicing some Toon shading stuff. It looks like this, but I also added freestyle. I don't know if I should make it like the lines way smaller. Maybe. I don't know. I'm practicing. It's nothing crazy. I made a camera thing. But I do like it. I do like it. It's just very stupid, you know? But what isn't? Ooh, wait, hold up. Screen space reflection, son. Yeah, a little bit smaller. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not turning this into anything, so it's definitely not worth fully exploring. But, you know, I think it's fine. It's hard to see. My phone's, like, right in the way. Let's see how small we can get this. Too small. Way too small. 0.3. 0.5 was okay. Gotta have it slightly zoomed in. I don't know, it's not bad. I wonder what happens if I turned off the, even if I turn that off, it's not doing much, and I think that's because of this. I don't know, how is this adjusting anything? There's only one color. That's confusing. I guess either way, I am gonna move on. I want to do fucking a gun model. I think I want to model a gun for Cyberpunk, even though I'm planning on scanning a bunch from the game itself, I think it would be nice to do that. I'm not sure. Anyways, good warm-up. I kind of want more coffee, and I'm also hungry. So, I guess whatever works. Alright. Should we? Hold up. Oh, ignore that, please. I'm gonna do concept art. We'll see. We'll see what it gives us, and then maybe we'll use it. This bot is so fire. Yeah, I know. I love it. We all love Midjourney. Though I think I'm gonna get rid of it. I was planning on maybe just sticking with Stable Diffusion on Google. I also have Stable Diffusion on I can't read that right now. Or at least on stream. I was planning on using Stable Diffusion or the Stable Diffusion that I have on here, Dream Texture, which I want to update because apparently they have some new features on it, which are pretty cool. So we'll kind of see what that brings. They always be adding depth of field to shit that I don't want depth of field added to. God damn. I don't know if this is worth it. Like, the guns of Cyberpunk are kind of, like, very specific. So, I don't know if these are too futuristic. I can already tell they kind of are. Also, give me a sec. I'm gonna go full cam for, like, 2 seconds. My bad. Bop, 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 bop. Let's go, let's go. I kind of like this. Like, for a shotgun, it would be kind of sick. If it didn't have depth of field applied to it, it would be kind of sick. Though it is very hard for me to go based off of reference when it comes to, like, car models or, like, things with rounded edges. It's easy for buildings, and I don't know why that is. Like, architecturally, it's very easy to go based off of reference, but for some reason, this shit is incredibly hard to go off of. Even if it's, like, nice and centered. I don't know why. I feel like because you have to, like, model things very specifically, it's not that fun. Anyways, yeah. I guess we could just kind of wing it. Maybe see if we can get, like, a gun model going. And we'll model piece by piece. I'm thinking about doing, like, the handle, like, the actual handle of the gun. The trigger part as another model. The actual slide mechanism separate. Stuff like that. I feel like that would work. It's kind of how I usually go about thinking of it, I would say. Do I have a gun? Hold up. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a gun. Imagine I just had like a gun on hold. I have airsoft guns though. A lot of them, or too many of them. This is actually loaded. Airsoft. Airsoft YouTube. Airsoft. I think maybe styling it based off of this would be cool. I'm gonna hurt myself. I kind of want it to be modular too. Like I want to be able to like do close-up renders of a gun or something. So maybe something based off of this, but like more high-techy. I think it would be pretty cool. In terms of how it's shaped though. Always good to have real-life reference. I'm gonna put you right in front of me, so I don't have to look too far. Why this sucks? My desk is black, so this is really hard to see on here. Where my eyesight's just awful. All right, let's do something like that. Push that out a little bit because it's a little wider there. It's a little bit more pushed in around here. Real life reference though, much more different to play around with, or at least figuring it out. There's a little wire at the bottom. Fuck. Beach. We definitely have to do some bevels as well. I think this works though as a handle. Do I have Cyberpunk? Cyberpunk. R&D. Gun. Just gun. Gun 1. What the fuck? No! Gun. Save. Alright. Alright, let's turn on cavity again. I prefer having it on even if it's low poly. I don't know why, I just like seeing the edges. What parts do I separate this into? Do I do that part and then cut it off here? I guess we could wing it. I'm just gonna call this the handle for now. I'm gonna separate that. Let's get the mag going. The mag. You can tell I'm American, right? This part's a little bit easier to work with. Let's go wireframe, so that way this technically fits. Oh, this is straight as fuck. Wait. Oh, well, it shouldn't be this shouldn't be as should be a lot more straight on this side. Ooh. That's a nice email to get. Alright, well, we now have this, which I think makes sense. Squeeze it at the top. Jump in like that, bevel it in. Something like that. It doesn't need to be that detailed. I doubt I'm gonna be like actually taking out that for any animation reasons, but I think it should be fine. Alright, let's do the trigger. I want the same dimensions as that, even though it's gonna be a little bit smaller, so it doesn't really matter. Actually, it would probably be easier to do a plane and then just add solidify to it or something. Alright, I think maybe adding a few more points to round this part out makes some sense. And then round that out just a little bit. But we don't want the edges, so we can get rid of that. Let's add a solidify. Do something like that. And that's just gonna solidify that way. It's actually, I'm gonna put that back. We'll do wireframe first. Wireframe doesn't seem to work. Oh, you know what? I think this will be fine. I need to just fill that in, and then we should be fine there. Wireframe, there we go. And I can just give it crazy thickness. I want to also have the boundary set. Push that down, scale this a little bit. Roughly what I need it to be. And let's add a bevel in a subdivision. So I want to round this out in shade smooth. And let's also add a bevel. You might want to add a bevel beforehand. Yeah, so that way it's more. I don't know, I like the look of that. So I think we'll go with this. And That's basically where the trigger will be. We'll probably apply these, but not right away. So I also kind of want this to be thicker, but I don't think we can get it much thicker in the way that I was hoping. Actually, yeah, we can. We can just scale it that way. What if I do that? Okay, so I can't apply scale. I would have to leave it the way that it is right now until I start applying modifiers. Alright, let's do... I don't actually know the terminology of these things. I'm kind of guessing most of it, but I do have a lot of experience. At least somewhat. So... Alright, we'll do something like that. Let's solidify. Subdivide. Even thickness. I don't know. How do I add thickness to this? Does anybody know? Is it the skin modifier that does that? Control A. Subdivide. Or maybe bevel first and then subdivide. I don't really know. That should be slightly thicker. Smooth shade. Alright, cool. We basically got that. This one almost can get applied pretty much right away. But we'll leave it. Alright, let's do the top slide. Definitely want to keep these separated though, that's the only thing. I need like the bottom and top to be like just completely different. The most low poly gun. Sick. Let's add some detail to this, because I also want to subdivide it. That looks good. There's a front thing at the end. Actually, let's do this. Can I offset these? No, I cannot. Okay, that's fine. Actually, let me do another line. Do something like that. Push that up. And some more detail. Also want this thing, even though I don't know what this is, but it exists on guns apparently, so that is as far as I know, or my knowledge goes on that. This top half I'm kind of winging because I do not want it to look like this straight up. So, fuck that. We're gonna wing it. We're winging it. Aware of certain things, not all things right now. never modeled a gun in my life. I'm gonna be real. This is the first time. Let's just cut in some details, I guess. Why not, right? I feel like cutting in as much detail as possible is the best way for this to look half decent. So that's what we're gonna do. The handle definitely needs to get adjusted. I don't know why, it just looks weird to me currently. Let's put this out here because I want to I'm like trying to just like add a bunch of random detail to like hopefully update the level of the gun to be at least somewhat better. I'm so hungry. My stomach is like quaking with the idea of food. I think this would be like a cool, like, Alright, let's start doing more cuts and stuff. Actually, you know what would be easy to do? I'm gonna open up 2.8. I think this is the version. I have a plugin in one of these things and I do not remember. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. I had a plugin in here that kind of works for randomizing like cuts and loops for things like this. Okay, I don't know why I just turned black, but sick. Alright, we're gonna do random panels. Created like one panel. Maybe we could add a subdivision to simple. Ooh, that fucks that up, doesn't it? I could just get rid of that if I'm being honest for now, to make my life a little bit easier. Oh, I remember. I fucked up. I didn't need to do that. Yeah, now I should be fine. we got some extra panels, which are like actual random assets that kind of get generated on top. I do like this plugin a lot. I haven't used it in a minute. I will not lie, it is very helpful to get random things like that generated pretty quickly. You can also get like random extrusions too, which is what I like. And I'm pretty sure this is free, but do not quote me on that. I'm pretty sure it is though. Let's cut out some nice loops in there. Yeah, these are like extra things. I don't know, they're cool. And it's nice too because you can shade them differently, which is pretty helpful. I don't remember the last time I actually used these. Let's try the random extrusions. And that's pretty cool. I still want to update this, I think, a little bit. It just looks weird to me. It could just be too big. Like on the Z. I think that might be the problem. Yeah, that works for me, at least. And we can just apply that. Let's try some random things again. This one might have a harder time because I just forgot that I had a bunch of random subdivisions and already added more, which does not help this in terms of loading. You know, one of the biggest reasons I have multiple versions of Blender is because sometimes I'll be using one for a while, and then what'll end up happening is what'll mostly end up happening is just I'll be kind of working in one, and then for some reason I have multiple like add-ons or something, like this Bigen thing. It's just an add-on that I have specifically for this version, so I end up having a lot of those. Hmm. And the main thing is that I'm supposed to be able to rack that back, but I should texture this first and then... I don't know how much more detail I can add to this. This is kind of like my first iteration of the gun. And again, I don't know if this is like how we're gonna do it, but could be. Or at least of a gun, I should say. Yeah, we'll start texturing it, and then I'll start making sure that the parents are good to work with. And we can texture in here as well. It won't matter too much. Yeah, we can texture in here. I think it'll be fine. I have some smart materials too, like edge masks. Hopefully they work in here. I don't actually know. We're not in cycles, my bad. You need to be in cycles for you to be able to see it. Alright, let's just grab like the indoor issue right. Okay. Sorry. Weird text. On. Alright. I'm pretty much going to use this as like a base for most of the major items. It makes the most sense. And then we'll kind of change colors based on like what they are. Outside of all of the other stuff too. Like all these extra details are kind of gonna be switched up just a little bit. This way this looks like it's a little bit more wear and tear too. I don't know. This is gonna be almost like a straight up metal. Can I shade flat? You know, let me know. I mean, shade smooth. I don't know why I just said flat. The only other thing that we have is like these edge loops or the paneling stuff. So I am gonna hide these. Oh, that one was a different type. So I don't need the other one. I need this. That's fine. Alright, all of these, except for this, this, and this, I want... We'll link materials for... Actually, we shouldn't. I'm gonna just create a new material and then link them. So now they should all share that. But this is gonna be way more reflective because it's more of like a metal texture, and we can maybe just toss that into the roughness settings. We can just toss in a color ramp to exacerbate the rest of that. And we can change the color from here to maybe have a little bit of a different color per gun if we ever decide to reuse it. And just toss that into random, so now anytime they're duplicated, they should have a different color per thing. Yeah, slightly different. But everything kind of has its own color. They're just slightly toned down, so it's nice to look at. Now for this definitely needs to get tossed into here. I'm thinking about inverting it to have the edges more reflective than the rest of it, but also I don't really know. Here, let's use something like that. That's somewhat less reflective. Down to the factor here. And we can actually change the color of the gun. So we can do something like this. And then I still want to do the randomizing of the colors. So is that actually affecting it too hard? Ew. I think I have to invert it. That makes sense. There we go. Now we can kind of run with like dark colors, dark-ish colors, but this way they're just slightly different on any repeating gun if we again have to repeat stuff. This looks good to me, at least to end off right now. I just need to start parenting things to the correct objects and stuff. that needs to be all joined. Join that. That needs to stay still. That needs to get joined. Join that. Parent that. We'll keep this separated. So these three can get joined together, but this needs to get parented, so then that way I can solo animate that. And then this needs to get parented to that, so then that way we can do that. And that should be good. Yeah, this just needs to get parented to that, so then that way we can slide it back. Okay, mainly done. Just need to do this. Probably lock off all the axes besides this X one, so that way if we do rotate it, it doesn't rotate anywhere else. And then I think I can lock off the position, right? Yeah, I can. Alright, this needs to get parented to that. This also needs to get parented to this, so that way no matter where this is, they all move. This can move separate. This could technically get joined. I don't think it really matters where it is. And then yeah, we can do that. The only thing I probably should change is this sliding bit, engraving, because technically it pushes in, so that way bullets eject, but I feel like it'll be fine. We can do that. Yeah, and then we can just, sick, all right. We can just lock off rotations on most of these besides the main object. Sick. And then this comes out. I feel like the only thing I would add is some surface imperfections, and I guess we could do that now to just do it, I suppose. I believe I have a thing. I don't know why I have this in this folder, because I'm pretty sure I should put it into like my main working folder for like assets and stuff, but for some reason I have them in here and I do not know why. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, they're in here. Bunch of surface imperfections. We'll just use like one of them. I feel like it should work out pretty well. And then I'll just screen. Alright, and then everything just needs to kind of get a nice smart UV project to hopefully normalize some of the scratches. This should be non-color, not linear. It's a decent gun. It's not crazy, but it's a decent gun. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Long version. See? You can make it look like anything now. Yep. Alright. That's about that. What else is in here? Handle, what is this? There's nothing there. Barrel. Slide. What's this? Nothing. There. Yeah. Gun. Alright, but now, if I wanted to, I can duplicate it and get variations, at least in color, somewhat. Which is cool. Okay. Ugh. Fun. I will be right back. I'm gonna go grab. Damn, I've been in line for almost 2 hours. Jesus Christ. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back. But I am gonna be going. I don't think I really feel like streaming anymore today. I think on Monday I will have my VR stuff set up. I keep saying this, but I will try. It's easy to set up. I just need to actually do it. That's about it. So anyways, fun stream. We tested out some Toon shading stuff, and I made a gun. So sick. Anyways, yeah. I'll head out. Love you guys. Peace.